Hi, welcome back to my channel. Do check out the previous video where I have explained the SQL execution orders and I also explained the join operation visually. In this video, I will be explaining group by clause and that will be explained clearly. So let's get started. Before starting group by clause, I will be explaining again the SQL execution order because to write any SQL query, we need to understand the SQL execution orders. So to write any SQL query, we need some data. We need some table. So that is the from clause. From clause is used to select the data source. After from clause, join clause will be executed. If we have more than 2-3 tables, then we need to join them. Then we can filter out some rows using where clause, and then we can apply group by operation, and then we can filter individual groups using having clause. After that, only we can select the data. After selecting the data, we can remove duplicate rows. We can sort the table based on some rows, and then we can select top 10 rows using limit and offset. Coming to group by clause. Group by clause in SQL is used to group rows together based on certain column values, and it helps us to perform certain calculations on each group. Like we can get minimum value from each group, maximum value, we can get average value from that group, we can get how many unique values are there in each group, we can get total values from that group. But while applying group by clause, we need to take some precautions. Like we shouldn't include any column in select statement that is not part of group by or neither part of aggregate functions. Here I have taken a simple employee table with the following informations: the employee ID, the name of the employee, the department in which the employee is working, and the salary of that employee. When we apply the group by operation on the department, so all the departments with HR will come together. Similarly, all the departments with IT will come together, and the sales department will come together. Now, these three will be different groups. So group 1 will be HR department, group 2 will be IT department, and group 3 will be sales department. Now, since we have three different groups, we can apply some aggregate function to get maximum salary from group 1, maximum salary from group 2, and maximum salary from group 3. Or we can get total salary from each group, or we can get minimum salary from each group, or we can get average salary from each group if we wanted to find the aggregate salary from each department. So for HR department, we can say 62,000 plus 60,000, it would be 1,25,000. Similarly, for IT department, 70,000 plus 25,000, it will 1,45,000. And for sales department, 80,000 plus 82,000, it will be 1,62,000. If we can also get the percent contribution for each department. So how much salary is going to IT department or HR department or sales department? We can do so by getting the total salary for each department, and then we can divide it by the total salary from the employee table. So that will give the percentage in each department. Also, we can use having clause to filter rows or also we can use having clause to filter each group. Like if you want to filter those groups where the total salary is greater than 1,50,000. So when we apply that operation, then we will get just sales department since the sales department has salary greater than 1,62,000. Now let's see if we want to find the employees with maximum salary in each department. When we group the data, we saw that for HR department, David gets the maximum salary of 65,000. From the IT department, Charlie gets the maximum salary of 25,000. From the sales department, Frank gets maximum salary of 82,000. So in our output table, we should get something like department is HR, then employee is David, and the salary is 65,000. Similarly, from department IT, it would be Charlie, and from department sales, it would be Frank. To get this, we can't directly use select department, then employee name. Why? Because employee name won't be part of group by, and we shouldn't include any column in the select statement that is not part of group by. To get that, what we can do, we can use group by to get the maximum salary for each department, and then we can merge that with the employee table based on the department and salary. So if we merge based on the department and salary, only one row will be common. That would be Frank. I have explained this visually in the next. So this will be the employee table that will have all the information of the employees. And this is the department maximum salary that we can get by group by. Now we can join this table and we can select a specific columns. So when we merge these two tables and when we merge on the department and salary, then if you see, so for green one, we can see department is HR and salary is 65,000. So this row is matching, right? Similarly for orange one, this row is matching. with department IT and salary 625,000. Similarly, for red one, this row is matching since sales and salary is matching with department sales and salary. So in the final output table, we will get these three rows. If there are two employees with same salary, then that row will also be there since that department and salary would be matching for that employee also. Now let's go to the practical. So here I have already created one employee table with the following informations. We can use select query to see what are the different rows and columns there. So we have the same employee ID, employee name, department and salary. Here I've added one more row that is Arif and it has salary of 60,000. Then we can use group by and in group by we can select the department since this is a part of group by and then we are using aggregate function on the salary column to get the same total salary for each groups. So we can see for HR it's 1,85,000, for IT 1,45,000, for sales 1,62,000. If you want to find the maximum salary from each department, then we can use max of salary. And we can execute this command and it will give as expected, like from HR department maximum salary is 65,000, for IT 75 and sales 82,000. If you want to find the percent of these salaries going to each department, then what we can do, since we can, here we have selected the sum of the salary. So for each group, we will get the total salary. And then we can divide that by the total employee salary. And then we can divide that by the total salary from the employee table that we are doing here. Then we are simply multiplying with 100 and rounding it to two decimal point. Then we can see that for HR department, 37% salary is going. Then here I have explained what will happen if we include some other columns also which are not part of either group by, since this employee name is not the part of group by, and this employee name is also not used in aggregate function. So when we execute this statement, what will happen? We can see the error. It says employee name is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in neither an aggregate function or the group by clause. So we can't write something like this. And this is the precaution that we need to take to write any SQL query effectively. Otherwise, most of you will face problems in the interview. Then we can get employee with maximum salary in each department. So if we run this statement, what will happen? It will give the maximum salary from the each department. Then what we are doing, we are using the same query here in the join statement, and we are merging this with the employee table, right? So first we are executing this query to select the maximum salary from each department. So this will give this table, and then you can merge this table with the employee table on e dot department equal to this maximum salary dot department. So department should match and also the salary should match. So if these two matches, then it will give the corresponding rows. And if we execute this, what will happen? Since for Frank employee, the sales and maximum salary was matching, right? For Charlie, the department salary was matching, and for David, a department and salary was matching. So these three rows got selected. Now, what if we include some other rows also here? Now, what will happen if we have another employee in the same department with same salary? So in that case, we can copy this command and we can insert one more row into this table. And we can make the salary to 82,000. And this is from sales department, so I will keep it here sales. And then the employee can be Abhay, right? And then the employee ID should be 8 because we are adding one more row. So when we execute this, so one row factor. Now if we select the employees, then we can see Abhay is also from the sales department getting the maximum salary of 82,000. Now if you observe, the sales department has two maximum salaries. So let's see what this group by and maximum salary returns. So when we see when we used group by for each department, we see that maximum salary is 82,000. Now, when we want to get the employee with maximum salary from the each department, what will happen? Since not two rows will match. Now for Frank, the maximum salary was 82,000, and for Abhay also maximum salary was 82,000. And since both belong to same department, so when we merged on the department and maximum salary for Frank and Abhay, these two rows were matched. So we got these two rows also. So this way we can use group by effectively. And if you think that this video was helpful, then please do like and subscribe. And if you want to understand the join operation, then you can refer to my first video where I explained the join operation clearly and visually also.